You probably have at least one Apple product in your home, or if you don't have one, you know someone who does. Apple has become shorthand for ubiquitous, sustainable success and instant recognizability. Apple has a small stable of products that they do exceptionally well. They are focused and strategic in their product development and marketing. And their big, not so secret weapon, they invent something and then they keep refining it. This approach to innovation and incremental change is something you can easily adapt to your own life. Here's how. For the best strategies and tips on finally living the life of your dreams with the least resistance through making the right tweaks to your mindset and daily habits, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to get my latest uploads each and every week. So, let's get started, shall we? Now, we'll start with number one. Keep it simple, right? Steve Jobs made a strategic decision to keep Apple's focus quite tight. He simplified their product lines down to four computers. You can easily simplify your life right now by eliminating the elements that waste your time and resources. Start by cutting down or completely cutting out, if you can, that's really hard, like your social media intake, right? Or binge watching on Hulu. Sorry, Hulu. Sometimes it gets out of hand, right? Which are both low RRIs, ROIs, there we go, on your time because time is the one commodity that you cannot get back. You can't buy it, you can't get a store credit. It's a commodity that's very, very valuable to you. Then think how you can downsize your resources from switching to possibly a smaller car, if need be, a smaller home, if need be, decluttering, not to buy more things that you don't need or you won't use long term. There are places where you can rent certain things, borrow them from friends or family or acquaintances, that type of try to find alternatives to certain things instead of just purchasing them and then you probably have to thrift store them, et cetera, or just throw them away or they're just taking up space in your attic, a closet, wherever you store certain things, right? Free up time by maybe shopping in bulk and couponing here and there where you can. Okay. Number two, learn to reiterate. Any psychologist will tell you that small incremental lifestyle changes are much more successful than the big sort of dramatic changes all of a sudden, right? Like, for example, there's this stereotype where as women, if we go through certain mindset or cycles, um, we tend to drastically cut our hair or color it or do these dramatic, like, oh my god, what happened, right? Yesterday you were this way, today you're like, someone completely different on the outside, of course, right? And so psychologists are saying it's much easier to take your time and maybe try a little shorter length, maybe try, you know a different color, but that's not so permanent, and see how it grooves with you in your lifestyles, right? Think of how successful most New Year's resolutions are, right? So we want to make a commitment to a significant life change like early retirement or budgeting for vacations or major appliance purchases, etc., etc. You can make a series of small changes like switching from an on the way to work coffee to having one at home and recreating that experience and that vibe in your own home, maybe just probably in the corner of your kitchen, right? Or where you would sit to have your coffee, right? You want to create the ambiance. It's the ambiance that attracts you, not really the physical product, because you can get really great coffee at your local grocers. Okay? So you have to break it down like, why do I like this spot? And most of the time, it's the ambiance. Okay? Then you want to add a complementary change to the small change that you just added. So, our example again, going to the coffee shop, you could probably skip one day, not just cold turkey do it, but skip one day of going to the coffee shop and recreating that ambiance at home. Then you would go to the coffee shop the next day. It depends on how many times a week you shop from that coffee shop. So you would deduct one day every week until you're completely at home and you've created that environment for yourself. So that's how you would implement a compliment. My words are not working today. That's how you would add a complementary change into your routine. The key is we don't want to go cold turkey because eventually you're going to fall off and don't want to go back to it. Okay. And then that's where we kind of create excuses for ourselves, or we try to bargain and convince ourselves that what you had was great for you. And we want to get out of our comfort zones and create habits where our life is strategic and we're getting to where we want to go with the due sacrifices, of course. Okay. So you want to do like cutting out or cutting down precisely on takeout, downgrading on your subscriptions, again, buying a smaller car, right? Maybe carpooling a couple of times a week if need be, right? So small iterations compound over time and make a massive impact on your life. Number three, we want to be open and more curious, okay? Like Curious George, not like Curiosity Killed the Cat, no. But we want to be open to learning, relearning, and unlearning some things. One of Apple's big successes is its research and development capacity. Yes, we don't have the army to do the research for us, but we can carve out, let's say, 15-minute time blocks, 30-minute time blocks in our schedule to do some research to gain the necessary knowledge that's required to make an informed decision, an decision, and to be more objective and strategic about how you would like to live your life moving forward. Okay. They are committed, I'm speaking about Apple again, um, to not missing an opportunity to learn and grow and improve over time. Okay. That's where you get your upgrades and your different models and your different features. So there's some tweaks to that sometimes, but they're open to making those mistakes or missteps in order to grow and improve. So stay ahead of the pack by being curious, by always being open to learning and change, looking for new opportunities, tweaking your goals, and always staying committed to improvement. The key is improvement. No one's perfect. We're not playing God here at all. Okay. Number four, being okay with imperfection. One of Apple's motto is just ship, meaning that they don't wait to get an absolutely perfect product before they launch it into the world. Being okay with imperfection doesn't mean you just leave it there and turn out low quality work. That's not what I'm saying at all. It means you keep hustling, you keep trying, you keep innovating yourself, no matter the setbacks to a limit. Okay. And so you keep hustling, you keep moving forward, you give it your best shot, you get it out there or you put yourself out there, implement those tiny changes, and then you make improvements and adjustments as you go. Now, let's recap here. Here are the takeaways, some of the main takeaways from today's subject. Number one, we want to keep it simple, right? We want to keep it simple. You can easily simplify your life right now by eliminating the elements that waste your time and your resources, whether that's your money, your relationships, etc. Everything that's valuable to you that you cannot recuperate, that you cannot get back, that you cannot earn in sort of a way. Okay? Number two, learn to reiterate. You can make a series of small changes by yourself. You don't need extra help. We're big kids here, right? We're big kids now. Then add complementary changes to that. Small iterations compound over time and can make a massive impact on your life, actually. It does. And I'm living proof of that. Okay. Number three, be curious. Be committed to not missing an opportunity to learn and grow and improve over time. By always being open to learning and changing, looking for new opportunities, tweaking your goals, and always staying committed to improvement is where we start, we restart, and it goes on like that until we reach a state of consistency in our life. Okay. And number four, be okay with imperfection. You keep going, you keep hustling, give it your best shot. We see this with product recalls. I've said it before. Computer software upgrades, our phone keeps upgrading. That's because they're making the tweaks to the software and to the app. So we have upgrades, we have tweaks, we have recalls. That's what that's all about. There's a oops, my bad, okay, it broke, or oops, my bad, it's glitching. So let's fix that, right? So there will be times where you'll be met with setbacks, and that's okay. You may even fall off the bandwagon, and that's okay too. It's actually expected when implementing any type of new habit and change for ourselves. Okay. This is the time you want to be patient and understanding with yourself, because permanent change, even with any change, can cause some level of upheaval on a mental, emotional, and even physical level. Okay. Because you're not moving the same, or you're tweaking your schedule when it comes to implementing what you want to implement. The key is that we're trying to create a strategic lifestyle for ourselves. So that's going to take some adjustment, not only to yourself on all levels, but on an energetic level, because you're sending out the signal, because we are energetic beings. We're sending out the signal that, hey, I need to initiate this change. I need to tweak my energy and what I'm attracting, or how I'm perceiving things in my life at the moment. Okay. So as you can see, these benefits and implementing incremental change, then adding complementary change is the way to go when we want to create a new life for ourselves, or to better our lives at the moment in the near future. Okay. Your goal is to start, you keep moving, you keep thinking, you keep improving. Okay. So now that it's your turn to implement these changes, I hope you really learned something. Please go back if need be and listen to the mini series to help you on your way. Okay. By the way, I've created a workbook to go along with today's subject to help you get a jump start on creating and implementing real lasting change. You can find your free copy in the description box below this video. If you need more help, you know where to find me at themoralcompass.com, where I'll provide more tips and tricks to help you on your self realization journey. Also, if you're new here, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you a part of the family, and I'll catch you in the next video. Stay blessed.